It's that time of the week, time for Metal Monday. We're going to talk about 3 things that will help you dig a little deeper and develop your own style of guitar playing. Now, this can be carried over into really any facet of life if you think about it, but these are 3 things I think if we just harness them, it's going to help you overcome a lot of the questions. You know, we question ourselves sometimes we overthink. Well, this is going to help you give yourself the freedom to really expand and just play what you love and what's coming out of your heart. So number 1 is the simple fact, and I want you to be okay with this, that we don't always play what we listen to, and maybe vice versa. So an example is, okay, yeah, I'm a metal guitar player, but you may also know that I play live acoustic shows. I play 80s on acoustic. There are weeks where I play more acoustic guitar than electric and rock and metal and that sort of thing, but guess what? I don't listen to any acoustic music. Now, some might say, well, maybe you should. I don't know that I agree with that, because you might have a certain style that comes out, but you don't necessarily listen to it. Well, I want you to know that that's okay that you don't listen to it, is fine. Or you may listen to certain types of music, but you don't necessarily play that. For example, I love Nightwish. Like, I absolutely, like, if there's just one band that I were forced to listen to and I couldn't listen to anything else, that's probably the band that I would choose. I love all the orchestration and all the key changes and just all the just cool things that happen in Nightwish's music, but I don't necessarily play that style of music. Now, that could be because I don't have the orchestration and all the other stuff that goes with that. You, for example, well, you might listen to something like country or the blues or whatever, but you never play that on guitar. You're playing metal over here, but you're listening to this other stuff over here. And that's okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to start playing country if that's what you listen to a lot of times, but you don't play it. It's okay. It's okay to have that. Here's what I believe happens. I think inadvertently, the things that we listen to, they kind of just come through our music, even if it doesn't sound like that. If you're listening to country over here, well, the country, it might not come out as like country metal. I really hope that doesn't become a thing, but some of that stuff that you're hearing is just kind of embedded in you, so it will sort of flow out through your playing, even if it sounds nothing like it. I hope that makes sense, but I just don't want any of us to like struggle with that. Like, okay, well, I listen to this a lot, maybe I should be playing it. Not necessarily. If you're playing what you love, I want you to stick to that. That leads me to number 2. It's okay for you to combine different styles into your playing. Again, I think a lot of times this happens inadvertently. What we're listening to or what we've listened to over the past, some of us several decades, like myself. I'm talking to you at 48 years old, so I've been around a little while now, so I've gotten a lot of music kind of soaked in. But what I don't want you to get hung up on is that, well, I'm this type of guitarist, so I have to play this style, or I'm this type of solo artist, so I need to just stick to this thing over here and I can't branch out to do anything outside of that. I want you to grant yourself the freedom to branch out if it's something you really want to do. Hey, I've released 5 metal albums and they're all really a little different. When I started including vocals, I even put a little death metal in there for a couple of songs, but I also, again, love playing acoustic, so my next album may be more acoustic driven. I don't know yet, but I want to encourage you to play what you love. I know the rules, which we could just throw the rules out the window, right? Because there are none in music, but we've always been kind of taught, well, if you're this subgenre, you need to stick to that. People might not like it if you do something different. The point I want to make, guys, is allow yourself the freedom to allow different styles to flow through you. Just play what you love. Don't box yourself into thinking you have to be a certain type of guitar player. Just play what's truly coming out, and that is going to be something that's different from every and anything else that's out there. Number 3, this one's kind of tough, and that's why I saved it for last. Not everyone is going to like what you're doing. Not everyone is going to like or appreciate your style. Guess what? That's okay. allow yourself the freedom not to get offended, and really just not to even care about the people that might not like your stuff. Focus rather on the people that are liking your stuff, your music, your playing, your voice, whatever. Me, for example, I'm probably by far a much better guitar player than I am a vocalist. I don't have the range of David Coverdale and Sebastian Bach and some of the greats, Bon Jovi in his prime or whatever, Rob Halford, I could keep naming them. I don't have that sort of range, but I love singing, guys, as much as I love to play guitar and write music. I love it all, so therefore I do it. However, I realize that my voice is not going to appeal probably to the masses. Your voice, your style of playing guitar solos, your overall the subgenre that you play, that may not appeal. It probably won't appeal to the masses, but you know what? That's okay. It doesn't matter what these other people think, as long, I'll say this, as long as you're pursuing it with greatness, as long as you're practicing. I practice vocals every day. I realize I'm not the greatest singer. I probably will never have this super high range, but I go through vocal exercises on a daily basis because I want to continue to grow. I play guitar every day, right? Because I want to continue to grow. So as long as you're pushing yourself to get better and master your craft to the best of your unique ability, and that word unique is very powerful because you have your own unique ability and your own originality within you. But as long as you're pursuing that, you're not being lazy about it, then it really does not matter at all what anybody thinks, because you're creating something new and original, and more importantly is something that's within you, and that's the most powerful part of being a musician. I'm going to end with a little humor here. We had at my last acoustic show, I was at a place in Bradenton at Fiorelli Winery, a place I play at each month, and there was a rare metal bass player sighting. This dude Daniel shows up. Actually, he was there to make fun of my Hawaiian shirt that I wear sometimes at some of my shows. Daniel, he's Daniel Santana. He's the bass player for a technical thrash metal band here in the Tampa Bay area called Precipice. He played bass for me at my recent show at the Brass Mug in Tampa, Florida. We had some musicians that we pulled together to learn songs off my latest album. Had a great time. By the way, if you didn't see that, I've got some footage of that. I'll put that right up there to go check that video out. Also, guys, if you like this, what might be a new series, Metal Monday, leave me a comment and let me know if we should keep this thing going. Guys, thank you for watching. As always, keep it metal and keep playing music.